what is my opinion about the one China policy, and should India continue to accept it? Yeah, that's a good question. So the Chinese say that China is one entity, one nation, and nobody should question it, and everybody should agree to the Chinese perception of what their geographical boundaries are. So China has invaded and occupied and annexed Tibet. We should accept it. They are now claiming the South China Sea. We should accept it. In the future, God forbid, they want to invade and capture Arunachal Pradesh, and they would like the world to accept it as part of China. So there is a concept called reciprocity in international relations. I will honor your wishes if you honor mine. And India also should have a one India policy, which includes the entirety of Jammu and Kashmir, including Aksai Chin. It should include the whole of Arunachal Pradesh, which is already under our jurisdiction, and it will remain under our jurisdiction. And we would like China to adhere to and respect our our geographical boundaries, and they refuse to do that. They do not want to respect our geographical claims, but they want us to accept their geographical claims, and their geographical claims are always expanding. They have territorial disputes with almost all of their neighbors, Japan and Russia as well. The Russian dispute is right now under the carpet. It will soon pop up again. It pops up from time to time in the Chinese media, and with almost every other nation that has a common border with China. So they have this expansionist, hegemonic tendency, and they want to keep expanding their territories, and they want us to accept that one China policy. So my stand is very simple. We should accept their one China policy if they accept the one India policy, and if they accept the geographical boundaries of India as we have always known them to be. Essentially, China has no business being in Tibet or at the border of India. See, China has existed as a separate civilization, as an independent civilization for the past 2.5 or 3,000 years. And India has been around for 10,000 years or more. And India and China have never had a common boundary until the past 60 or 70 years. So this border tension is a very new thing. And it is something that the Chinese Communist Party has created out of thin air. India and China have historically never had any sort of conflict, ever. So the Chinese Communist Party has created this conflict by capturing Tibet and then laying claims on Indian territory. So if the Chinese want India to accept their one China policy, they should first quickly agree to a proper border demarcation, and they should accept our historical, long-standing, millennia-old geographical boundaries, and then we can think of accepting their so-called one China policy. So that is what I believe. The world needs to stand up against China and stand together against China. China's rise is not at all peaceful. China doesn't believe in a peaceful rise. It believes in continuous and perpetual expansion, whether it's the expansion of its borders, the expansion of its economy, mercantilism, expanding into other poor countries and laying debt traps upon them, like they've done to Sri Lanka and many African countries. So it's an expansionist, hegemonic power, and it does not wish the world well. So it may not be resorting to military violence at this stage, but it is clearly not a nation that wishes well upon the world. So I would say that the world should stand up against China, and this one China policy should be accepted only if China seizes these expansionist and hegemonic ambitions of its, and if it behaves according to the so-called accepted international laws.